be. Let's see, reload this. Yeah, Twitch says we're live. That's good. YouTube does not yet say we are live. Let's try this again. Your channel. There we go. Okay, we are back live on both again. Well, other than the fact that Twitch is saying no duration, but that's clearly a bug. Okay, Twitch is broken, it seems. Yep, there we go. Twitch has just fixed itself. So it should come up with a chat message. Yes, it did. Okay, good. Okay, we're back. So, let's get started then. Right, so first things first, we probably have to take off that initial cooler. So, let's take these little things off first, shall we? Must be the Wi-Fi antennas. Probably a good idea, isn't it? There we go. You got it? Right. Then we turn this. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this in a bit of an awkward way for me, but it's the best way for the camera to view. So, yeah, that might be a good idea. Right, so we just pull this little fan header out. I think this is the right one, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, pump fan needs to be out because we're going to be using that. No, are we going to be using that for the pump? I don't know. Sys fan 1, CPU fan 1. Here we go.
What's it say in here?
Not quite. I kind of know what I'm doing anyway.
Does it not tell you in here what you must do?
Probably, but
there's lots of little pictures. Look.
Yeah.
Install pump, install. There you go. I'd spend 10 minutes on that.
I am not discussing.
So rather than wing it, you just go a quick thumb through.
That's Intel, AMD. Here we go. So.
What's these?
So that's the screws. So those are the, because it uses the uses a different way of mounting.
Yeah. So I would, like I say.
Let me just double check the mounting method, because if I need to use the AM3 clips. Great. Right. I need to go. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Oh, hey, Aaron. But yeah, we are going to have to use the AM3 clips, which means once we've got this cooler out, I need to go or my dad needs to, or one of us needs to go and run and get the motherboard box and and bring that down so that we can get the clips out of it. So the motherboard box, that is on the first shelf, like the top shelf of the first compartment. Yeah. Yeah, that's YouTube for you. The delayed notifications are just insane. But yeah, here we go. Actually, one thing. Cool. Let's just very quickly on Discord. Switch just died. It just died. Oh no, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's coming back. Is it coming back? Is it back? Good. I have no idea. I mean, you're sat on top of a microwave, so that could have some effect, but it's not on. But it's not running actively. So, gonna try and pull this header. That is difficult, so I'm going to have to pull the cable from back so that the cable's in front, and then I can pull the head out.
It's all right.
Aaron, why did you have to type the exact same message in both chats? It appears on the screen. That silly fan's getting in the way again. No, it's CPU cooler. By the way, do the YouTube chats appear on the screen, Cole? Or just the Twitch? I'm double checking. Ah, yeah, no, they both appear. Okay.
Can you see sufficient?
Cool. Can you see sufficiently over there?
Is it that one?
Yeah.
Just that.
I know.
There are no clips to hold it in, or retainers.
No, it's just purely pressure. So I'm going to use the flat end of this here. See that? To try and pry it out. I'm using plastic so that I don't short anything, but I won't short anything because the power supply is not plugged in.
You want me to try on pulling it out?
You've got to be kind of careful because you don't want to pull the pins out.
No.
Well, this isn't painful whatsoever.
So,
There we go. Alright. There we go. Okay, so now just to unscrew it. Which means also we need to hold the back plate in, which means we need to take this bit off.
take some more off.
Yeah, we need to take this off so that you can put your hand on the back plate so that it doesn't move.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we just pull it forward.
Oh.
There we go. Alright. So, just to show everyone, here's the back of the PC. There you go, can you see that? Okay, good. So you see that metal bit there, Dash?
This metal plate, yeah.
Yeah, just hold that in place.
You're going to be pushing or pulling, pushing at it, are you?
Well, it'll get affected by gravity.
Oh, see, it's going to drop down.
Yeah, because that's what's holding the
Okay.
cooler on. There we go. So, just unscrewing the...
That's what's cutting past its click.
Oh, this one's difficult. Probably a lot better. Hopefully a lot better. If they're not a lot better, then it's going to be a bit of a waste of time, isn't it? Other than the fact that it's actually going to light up more.
Something just clicked then, and you must be off that one. Got that in, but there's another one. Or did you miss jump off the screw?
No, I didn't jump off the screw.
Something else went click. Don't use that black and yellow screwdriver, well, that it's just wrong side.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's loose on that side. It's just a block. Hang on, you're off. They're all off.
Okay. So now it's just being held on by thermal paste. Wow. And yeah, but no damage to the actual CPU itself.
Oh, it's pulled CPU with it.
Yeah, because the thermal paste had gone out. Wow. It is literally bonded. The CPU has bonded itself to the cooler. Well, can you see any ruined pins?
They came straight out, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just tease it off now.
Yeah, now we just need to somehow.
So which part? Let's have a look before you start. So the silver bit is CPU, and this splodged out. That's the bit you want to break in it. That bit against the metal. Or go in the middle. Just push down towards the block, and you should. Yeah, just keep pushing. If you just keep pushing down,
I mean, it's actually still wet. Look.
It'd be like a vacuum, I think, Ben.
Yeah, it's probably got a vacuum in it somehow.
Yeah, so
There was probably an air bubble, and that might be another reason it wasn't flowing properly.
yeah, ball card.
Yeah. Well, this is going well. We can get some isopropanol.
Yeah, will that do it? A bit of spray on that. Does that dissolve it?
Well, it'll cool it down, which should release the which should release the vacuum, shouldn't it?
What do you usually use to clean the surface?
Isopropanol.
Yeah, well, that's probably the stuff you want to use.
Yeah. So I'll go grab the isopropanol. And I will bring chat. I'll bring chat with me. It won't. It's isopropanol. It's isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
So it'll just evaporate basically immediately.
Well, just spray it where it has to go. Yeah. I think that's what Cora needs, isn't it? Yeah, he's made sure he's got 100%. He's got 110% coverage. I mean, it's not knowing how strong these things are, is it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we definitely don't want any bent pins. Because that would be a disaster. Now we do also want to remove that thermal paste that Dad's got in the pin. Do not hold it by the pins, Dad.
No, I'm not. I'm going nowhere near them.
Well, you have got some thermal paste in between some of them.
I'm going to take the excess off. Let me just scrape the excess off. Then we don't have all that dissolves, which as soon as you get that paste on it.
Well, it'd probably be better than getting it spread on the PCB.
Well, if it's dissolved, then it'll stick somewhere else, won't it?
Mm.
It doesn't disappear. So I get rid of that then. So what's that? What's those voices?
That's a repeat of us.
Oh.
That's through YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's just so that I can monitor what's being said. So yeah.
So I've done all four sides now, haven't I?
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Just want it down the edges, don't you? That's me.
It's not very controlled.
Going down there, but
I'm gonna try the twist. Oh wow.
Did it move?
No.
Okay, let's have a spray with it. Let's just put some of this on, maybe. So where's it go?
In like that kind of pattern. Yeah, it's not coming off easy. Yeah. I'm gonna open some windows.
So, yeah, it's all right.
No, it needs to be well lit. It needs to be a well ventilated environment. So, just gonna open one of these upper windows.
Well, show them what come out.
If it wants to go in there.
That bit.
Yeah. There we go. So now that upper window's open, if I just point the camera up, you can see that's now open. Yeah. Yeah. Just put some pressure on things there now.
I'm not. I'm only
The
holding.
skin's touching them. So I'm just being.
I thought that was.
Oh, there we go. It's moving. Right, we're breaking the seal now. Oh, that was.
Can you see how it's gone in, hasn't it? Can you see how it went?
Yeah.
In? Just get a reaction.
Here's the CPU. It is like mid.
It's not so. It is quite soft. I think it's just the vacuum. You know, it's just a.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want some special? You want some more spray? To be able to clean that now.
Yeah, but we also have to kind of put it on something where we can not put pressure on it, or we can put pressure on it safer. Like
Okay,
foam.
this is a clean cloth here.
Cloth, I guess I'll do.
Well, it's a microfiber one. It's not like a cotton or like that. But we just wash this.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
got more tissues
yeah, well,
behind you.
I can sell you some more.
Thank you.
I think you're going to have two, did you? Roll it round. Get another bit.
There we go.
How about you have a new one?
Yeah. Check the pins.
It should be fine.
Yeah. Well, that actually is most of the thermal paste off. You can see there how much of that thermal paste we've actually got off the CPU now. That is looking quite a bit nicer.
Okay, so is that clean enough now?
Well, we need to get it off the sides.
Oh yeah, you'll have to spend some time now. Don't you use your special?
Yeah, those will be actually very useful.
Mm.
I'm going to use this. Which side do you think I should use? This side, the flat side, or this side?
Right. Anyway, spray that wet through. You know.
This side's easy to do. Because it literally covers the whole nozzle.
Well, look.
Mm.
Right. Spray it on there and then rub it
No,
around.
it's fine.
And hold it up then. Oh, yeah, just get another one. There's more than one.
No, it's more efficient to do this.
You know, how many are you going to do? These were free anyway. They came in error. Just chuck it.
I can still use this other side.
There you go. That's got plenty on both sides. Good things.
Right, there we go. Now I'll bring this in for a closer shot. So here we go. So you can see the thermal paste on the side of the CPU there. And just running this along. Just trying to pick up as much as we can.
Don't drop it in that plant.
No, I'm gonna not do that. That's not a good idea. So I'm using all my anti-Linus moment powers here to not drop the CPU. Yeah, I'm live on stream. Yeah, and a 12900 KS.
Butterfinger, is it?
Yes. Well, what else do you expect? No, that's enough. It's mostly that.
Yeah, it's a bit there, in that corner.
There we go. Gone.
So you're happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy enough with that.
And that, oh, okay. Right. Very good. So this can go now, can it? To one side.
Yeah, I'm just going to reinstall the CPU.
I'm moving this. You're not going to get annoyed if I move it.
No.
Like mum does.
There we go.
To keep my.
Well, I actually needed that. I actually needed to clean that.
Is that clipped in now?
Yeah.
You getting the right way around?
Yeah. You always face the AMD Ryzen facing that way.
Oh, okay.
Opposite way to the core boost on the RAM.
There's a little corner in there. There's a,
Yeah. There's a little corner, yeah. That's where that little circle is.
Oh, okay. Well, you wanted that back?
Well, yeah, I need to clean it. I want to clean it.
Oh, do the other, then clean it.
Okay, fine. Fine by me. Right. So, now we need to get the bit out of the motherboard box. So, where did the motherboard box go? Well, did we get the motherboard box? Yeah, that's it. Here we go. Motherboard box. So, can you see that seat properly? I'll just angle you down so you can. There you go. Seems the chat has mostly gone dead. That's fine. Yeah. So, there we go. Got this. Get the two little clips from in here.
That's just an empty bag, is it?
Yeah, that's the bag that the motherboard came in. There we go. So, here are the clips. And then I need to get the specific screws that hold that clip in.
They'll be the same as the ones
that hold the motherboard in.
The ones that go on this thread, won't they?
Yeah, what thread? No, where's this? Because that'll be the same thread.
Oh, they're there, aren't they? Captive.
No, those are.
Yeah, they got the captive screws. That's where they were. With the springs on the back.
Well, that's for that. We don't need springs on the back for this because it has a stopper.
Okay. So.
I think it'll be these four, maybe. No, those are standoff screws. Welcome to trying to remember what screws we use for the thing. I'm going to try both the standoff screws here and these 632s. So I'm just going to try them in the actual back plate before screwing them into the screwing the thing through. I think it's these ones.
So this is the bit that mounts onto your CPU.
Yeah, you can see it has pre-applied thermal paste on it.
Yeah.
So we don't touch that. There it does.
With a little plastic cover on, you can't.
Yeah. We don't want to pop that off.
And that's hardwired onto this big black box.
Yeah. So I'm going to just test to see if it's these screws here.
If you want to see what you've got, you've just got 4 plates.
Okay, yeah, it's these.
Right.
I think.
Let's have a look.
What'd you say?
Are they taking the thread? That's the right way around. Yeah. Are they going on?
And then that's how far they go, because...
Do they not go any further down than that?
No, because that's the end of the thread.
Oh, okay. Oh, it'll stop me over time. Are you sure? The end of which thread?
Thread in here. I think.
Right, well, looking at this. Oh,
Yeah.
you've got. So where do these go? These go intermediate.
So these go
Can we
like
bring
that
the,
on the mother's
Can
water
we bring
side.
the box over? Can we bring this box over?
No, not yet, because we don't
Well,
have
you want
space.
to make sure before you fix anything there, you want to make sure they fit to this and which way around they go.
Well, that needs to come off. This plate those plates need to come off, which is after we need. Yeah, it's a whole thing that we have to do. So we have to unpackage all that.
Right,
So if you want, we can do that now.
well, can we just refer to this and see what it suggests?
Well, oh yeah, here's the commander, by the way. So there's that. That plugs into a SATA port, no, a SATA power. It seems.
Which one is it?
And then
Intel. It's not an Intel, is it?
no, AMD. You're looking for a little AMD logo at the top. There. So we need that bracket on it.
So which is that bracket?
It's in here.
Oh, I see.
It's this. Inside this. It clips on the side of the.
AM3/AM4.
Yeah.
Mounting bracket. AM3.
And then it also has Threadripper mounting there and Intel hardware for
AM4.
1200. So 11.5s and 1200s. There's that mounting hardware there, and then that's the Threadripper mounting hardware. And in here is the clear plate at the top of the cooler, as you can see there. Corey, are you still there?
You're falling asleep.
Have you fallen asleep, Corey, or have you died? You there? Hello?
Well, I'll tell you something. You're going to wake me up.
You've muted yourself. Well done. That makes a lot of sense why you mute yourself, man. Oh yeah, there's a little. This is the world's thinnest hanky. Do you see how thin that is?
Yeah, it's quite thin. Yeah.
It feels.
I have
It's
got a
plastic.
thinner one, but
It's injection molded. No, you can. You can see the. You can see. Look.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the. You can see the cut-offs.
Yeah, it's not going to over-tighten anything with that, are you?
No, look. You can see the little cut-offs there on it. If it wants to focus, hang on. Let me just block that off so it focuses. Focus. Focus. Yeah. You can see how grubby my hands are already. That's for Threadripper. That's for the big AMD ones.
Oh, right.
Like the ones that are like this big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's that one. So.
And then here's all the miscellaneous screws
I know, I'm just. This is what
that we need to organise.
Right, 16 of them. Cat remover.
Workstation. Well, Threadripper itself is designed for consumers.
Is
Epic's
that the way it
the
goes?
server
Do you want
use.
me to put it on while I can see what I'm doing?
Yeah, if you hold it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to sit up and watch telly if not. Here you go. So,
No, I need to mount this bit first. I need to mount these, which aren't in those instructions because they're pre-mounted from the factory on motherboards. But we had to remove them to put the AMD stock cooler on.
It says remove the integrated Intel mounting bracket.
No, that's for Intel. Oh yeah, no, we don't. We're not on that step yet. We're on the part where we're on a bit that isn't in those instructions, because those instructions are designed for once you've got the AMD AM3 mounting holes back on, mounting clips. Well, that clips on easily.
It just clipped in, isn't it? Oh, I see. Is that the right? That's the right bit, is it? The right screwdriver bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get a bigger one.
I'm not going to say it needs to be that, but you need to probably
Fill the hole.
Yeah, it fills that hole, and it's like that size, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's better. Not doesn't wiggle about so much. Only bugger them up once.
Yeah.
And then you just get them worse buggered up. After that. Oh, that's got like a little lug on it. Is it just going one way around?
Yeah, it just goes in one hole. Yeah.
There's a little pin. There's a little pin there. There's that. Did you?
Yeah, and it goes this way around into this top one.
It just goes. It only go into that one. That way around. Did the other one have one of those? Huh?
No, I didn't see one anywhere. And it clips on anyway, so because and it's even. Yeah, that's on.
They look opposite each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay, and that's going flat to the. That's going smooth.
Square.
Flat to it's not sticking out.
No.
It's gone level.
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking? It's not the word. Neither of those are the words I'm looking for. But anyway.
Oh. Yeah, they're both mounted now. There we go. So we can put these standoff things back in here.
So you think I don't need to carry on holding this plate now?
Because it's now mounted.
Well, I can see what it would have disappeared.
Yeah.
Bending over loads of pins. Had it dropped down.
Yeah. That's not what we want, is it?
Yeah. No.
So there we go. The mounting clips are back on the case.
And these, there's like a gap there, so these are not touching those, are they?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes. Because we don't want it touching the power delivery.
No.
So.
I'm going to use my little inspection lamp.
Okay. In the way of the camera. Here we go. So if I just show.
It's like a bridge.
You can see these we removed those to put the AMD stock cooler, which is that thing, in initially when we built the PC. Now we've put them back in because that is what's required for this thing. So, oh hey Buddha, how are you? Welcome to me putting a new thing in my PC whilst my dad leans over and blocks the camera view. But yes, so we had a bit of an error early on where the CPU got kind of glued to the to the stock cooler, this thing, when we were pulling it out. So came out of the socket with the cooler. Fun. But yeah, it didn't go well. But there was no damage to the CPU, no damage to the socket, and no damage to this. So, all in all, it worked out. We've just put the stock mounting brackets back onto the motherboard so that we can then clip the new cooler on. But we also now need to remove these front fans because this is where it mounts. And I tightened them way too tight for me to undo without a screwdriver. Because I am smart.
True.
No. Right. So there we go. And that just pulls out. And of course, I forgot to unplug them from the motherboard.
You forgot.
Yes.
You didn't think it was going to remind you?
No.
Ah,
There we go.
that it.
One. And then the other one is all the way down here in system fan 3. There we go. And then we just need to push it through.
Hang on, see it. Go on. That one. Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
and then there's one at the top here. It's running through this management pocket. There we go.
Right.
And then we pull them through.
So if you and I'll feed them through, because they're both in them. Well, one of them is both in.
Yeah. Got it?
No, one more, and that's it. Right, that's it. Keep going, keep going.
Look how long those are.
That's cool.
There we go. So this is now what we mount the radiator and the fans to. This thing. You can see that, right?
Those 4 screws, those 8 screws.
You can do one. You can undo those 8 screws if you want to.
Okay. I can use the other thing.
Yeah. There is. It's called the hole. If I just grab this panel here, the hole here, and the hole at the bottom of the case. You did see that, right? That was on the camera. Yeah. Okay. Good. It does enough. It was clogged. That was clogged with dust within like a month or 2-3 months since I put those fans in.
Your hair's in here.
It's called it pulls it through. It even managed to somehow get through the cooler. I don't know. Either that or it got caught in the pads whilst I was screwing the fans on.
Yeah, look, there's the rest of it. It must have been twisted. You were attached by one hair.
Look, you can see my amazing job at cutting off the nut to a mounting point there on that. So those little nubs used to be a bit taller, and would go through holes on the noctua fans, but then I crudely mounted them by sacrificing the yellows to the NZXT fans, which came with the case.
Here you go.
There we go.
There's a few bits hanging about on it, so you might want to dust them off first.
Yeah, probably. So if I just pass you the fans now, you can be fanned up. My biggest fans.
I've always been a fan.
Right. So if we just.
You don't want me to do anything in the meantime. You just hold them. I don't.
You can. I mean, you can put them down if you want.
It's not like having a kitten or something, isn't it? You don't. They're not very endearing.
But yeah. Okay, so look at there's gun 7. Have you gun 7, brother, or are you just not knowing what to say? Right.
So now what you do? You've got this big piece now to put in, have you? Or you've got to take them together, haven't you?
Yeah. Because.
What's it suggest you do?
Well, we need to first get it out the wrapping. It doesn't help that it rips its own wrapping. There we go. I'm going to leave the actual radiator in its wrapping now.
You don't use these to fix it. It must be some special screw, don't they?
Yeah, they're in the missing. Is try not to smudge thermal paste whilst removing it.
I would. Let's think a minute. You're going to get up there with that, and this is going to be dangling around on there. If you've got
we need to mount that first, and then we dangle that in, and then take the plate off and mount it.
Yeah, how it works. I think if you could put that there, and then that's dealt with. Then it's not hanging around and stressing.
Yeah, we also need to mount the fans to it. We need to decide which way around the fans want to go. Do you want them to pull the air in, or do you want to push the air through? pulling the air in is probably the better one, but which way around do we want that? Do we want the fans this way?
Where's it get? It gets its air from here. There's a screen here.
Yeah, and down there, at the bottom of the case.
Yeah. So it wants to.
So the fans can't take up this area because otherwise they'll be pulling air from there. If you look from the side, they're pulling air from there. Right there.
I don't know. Which side did the fans go on? Oh, they go on the back.
They can go on the back, but that's if it's mounted at the top, which we can't do in this case because it's not big enough.
I haven't seen this is the first time I've seen anything about it. That's why I want to look on it. All right. See it? I'll show you. Okay. Yeah, it wants to go on the inside of the cabinet with the fans.
Yeah. And then we preferably don't want the pump to be above the top of the reservoir.
So show me on that where the pump's supposed to go. Is the pump supposed to be low down or high up?
Below the top line of the res, which is the
right. So does that actually So
this mounts here,
like that. And where's the
fans?
Where's the pump?
The pump is this.
Oh, that's it.
It's a pump block combo.
Okay. Right. So that tells you.
So here are our fans. We have two. Yeah, we have two Corsair ML120s here.
And the fans.
ML120 RGBs, of course, because lighting. And a Luca Pellex, so of course it's going to have RGB on it.
For best cooling performance, we recommend mounting the fans as air intake to the PC case.
Yeah, so on that side of the radiator, technically, because they're better at pushing air through than pulling it. But then we're missing out on the lighting inside the case, which is
they recommend
part of the point of their existence.
So they want them to pull.
Yeah, so either like that on this side,
yeah,
or like that but on the other side of the. So we do a layout real fast.
Well, according to this picture, look, it shows it like that.
Yeah, they're showing it as
That's. I don't.
That's showing it at the top of the case.
I'm trying to.
Why would you be pulling it from the top of the case? That makes zero sense. Look, it shows in the diagram that they're pulling air from the top of the case down. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Or in any case, why would you want to pull the air in the opposite way that it wants to go? Just push it up. You'd be pushing it out, wouldn't you?
So that's all in French.
Yeah, of course it's on.
Attach the radiators and the fan.
So we'd want it like that, wouldn't we?
Sure. The best cooling zones.
We'd want it like that, wouldn't we?
Mounting the fans as an air intake.
Do you see that? Here, I'll pick you up and.
Okay, so if you put
like this?
To get it like that, you would have to have the fans, the radiator mounted on the fans, rather than the fans mounted on the radiator. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, but then we'd miss out on. No, we can pull them like that. Like this. So they're pulling air this way.
Okay, how do you know which direction?
X means back.
Oh, it's the X.
Yeah, because on yours, you can see them from that way. On mine, I can't. Because I've got a solid front. So the lighting wants to come back into the case.
So the lighting's in this
in the blaze. Yeah.
Yeah, shine. Where's the X? Show me where the X is.
This. The cross plane is the X.
Oh, right.
The frame is the X.
Actual yeah, right.
Pull here, push there.
Yeah.
There should be a little arrow that marks it. So that's the direction they
So
spin.
the lighting effect isn't going to be affected by it unless you actually hide
Well,
it.
unless they're on that side. If they're on that side, like that, and pulling that way, then pushing through the radiator itself instead of pulling through it, then the lighting wouldn't show through as well.
So that these go at the bottom or the top?
Top. Because they've got enough air gap here for any air to bubble up to go up to the top of that.
But if you get air in there,
that's the recommend. Otherwise, then it's below that, and then you get the air in the pump, and you don't want air in your pump. And also, we have to make sure it goes around the top of the ram.
Yeah. So that it tells you to screw the two together. That's the thingy.
Which screws do we use to mount the fans to the radiator, by the way, Dad?
Hang on, just give me a moment.
Okay. 1 moment later. Also, we've got this the wrong way around anyway.
They don't seem to be bothered, really. Am I looking at this?
Yeah, they're not entirely bothered on which way around it goes.
It shouldn't matter. There should be no air in them anyway.
Yeah. Air will eventually get in after months and months of running, and then you just top it up using a fill pump.
As long as there's no air in between here and there.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that'll only pull solid stuff anyway. Right. Okay.
Yes, so the liquid itself lubricates the pump.
Yeah.
So let's mount the fans to the radiator for a start.
Okay. So those go on there.
So we need these extra long screws here.
Can we decide where the actual connection of the radiator
at the top
happens? It just goes on 2 screws.
The radiator, these screws go all the way through the radiator to the other side.
Oh, they just use.
Or through the fan to mount to the radiator at the very least.
So I was just interested in knowing was where are the
mounting points on
this chassis? Oh.
They should be directly underneath. They're long, so they have enough room for the radiator to be vertically misaligned. Yeah. Here. So.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah. All right now.
Trust it now, Dad?
Yeah, just needed to know.
Right, so if we just mount
doing jobs that if I could save myself some time by just spending a moment checking before, because you spend ages putting something together and you find, I haven't put that bloody piece in, and the whole thing has to come out. It's annoying, especially when you're on the clock.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one more. And there's a few spares in case you lose them or break them. 8.
Right.
I think they include the exact same amount of screws as you need to make Corey's, actually. Which is kind of funny, isn't it, Corey?
So
they include the same amount of screws as you require to mount your cooler in the bag. Like to mount the fans and the radiator. Yeah.
So these do these go actually through?
Yeah, they go into the radiator here at least.
Yeah, but they don't go right through because say you burst your radiator, wouldn't you?
No, there's a hole.
Yeah, but the threads are there.
Yeah, hang on, let's see then. Let's see. So if we get this top fan here.
There isn't a hole all the way through.
So if we line that up and drop it in.
Okay, so You got your screwdriver?
I'm just going to hand it in first.
Yeah. Please.
Because you can mostly just hand screw it. For the most part, and then we just need to line this screw up in this hole.
It's the only one that looks like that, is it?
Yeah, there we go.
So there's no sound absorption, no.
No, that's done just by the pure mass.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so that just goes into the radiator itself.
So, but it doesn't go very far.
No, because it's going through a whole fan, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Where's
Right.
your voice here? Screwdriver.
In under a fan.
Do you want me to start?
Oh, you can do.
Just.
Do you want to pick up the iPad and move so they can see?
Oh,
Better.
sorry.
Do you want to pick up the iPad and just hold it? So you see these little bits? Just hold it like that.
Pressing buttons.
Don't worry, it won't affect anything. Hopefully, as long as you don't press space.
Go on.
Nothing in the way. Is that good? Is that a good view? Once it's caught up, cut.
Could be better.
Yeah, but when could it not be better? So here we go.
So those are the only ones that look like that, are they?
Yeah.
So that'll need to be.
So that fan is now securely mounted.
That's not going to vibrate.
No.
Well, if it does, you'll be able to tighten them up further, won't you?
Yeah.
Right, next. Have you made sure your cables are coming out in the right place?
Yeah, there you are. Because that's these go into them, and then you can see the holes there and there,
Yeah.
all back through that.
Yeah, as long as you're happy with them. Yeah.
Yeah. See, yeah.
Bye. Bye, 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 bye.
Okay, line that up. So, how is everyone doing? I know there's only Cora now watching, because everyone else left, because they either got bored or had to go to work. Yeah. As you said right at the start. Well, at the start of our call, technically. That was before tea. And then this arrived, and then tea was ready. And by tea, I mean dinner, for anyone watching doesn't understand that.
Who's posh?
Or has English as their second language. There we go. There we go. We'll jump there, because we tightened it enough. No, you didn't, actually. That makes sense. Does it have a native Linux version, or is it just Windows version running through thingy? Yeah. Of course it is. Alright.
You want me to
So
put
now-
this back now?
Yeah. Because now I need help moving this around.
I keep pressing keys, does it matter?
No, as long as you don't press space, because space would probably end the stream. And we don't want that, do we?
Is that okay? Right, well,
Yeah,
okay.
that's okay. Yeah, the stream still seems to be running.
Right, so you know that's going now, do you? Do you want me to hold that?
So if we,
If
yeah,
I hold that off the, then you want some shorter screws now, don't you? Much shorter.
yeah.
You want to take them out onto here, onto this, onto this.
Yeah, sure. Okay, we've got washers. All sorts here. Use the same thread as this. Or
You might be
does that look like the same thread to you? Looks a bit denser now. It looks a bit
just
straight then.
try it in there. Looks similar. Well, have you got an option?
No.
Oh, then must be them then.
Yeah, okay.
Right, so is it this way around? With these two screws facing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Because if that's where the.
Okay, right. Start with one. Okay.
If we slide that up a
Yeah,
bit.
well, if you get that down a bit closer, then now we don't have to try and hold it still. Once you've got it more or less right.
Yeah. That's. And then.
Yeah.
We
Well,
put
just
this one
screw
in.
that one in a bit deeper, like.
No, because I want to be able to slide it.
Well, it will be able to slide. You'll be able to.
I want to make sure I see this.
About 5 chains before you get it tight. Yeah.
Cables.
And you can sort of hold it so it's just slithers, and then you'll be right. Right. Next, down your bottom. Down your bottom. It needs to be higher up at the top, I guess, won't it?
Yeah. It's
Hang on, this. Yeah, hold on.
okay. As long as you're not whistling anything copyrighted, don't we? Fine.
Oh, no. That's me.
We don't want anything copyrighted whistling, do we, Corey? Corey? Oh, he's probably still talking to his mum. Or his sister.
That's me.
So,
I did it about 3 times.
yeah. Loop forever. To the internet. There we go. Been live for an hour now,
Right. So, does that. Does it want to be at the top of the board of the? Does it want to be? Is this against the roof?
No, that's against the base.
Okay, so if that's all right, then leave it like that. Then.
That's why I moved it up so it would have some gap over this.
Yeah. You're going to put something in here to stop this light coming.
Yeah.
Just one need one, don't you?
Yeah. Put it in the middle one.
And then put to the top, diagonal. I don't know if it'll make a difference.
Probably will. We'll just do it direct across the middle. Technically, you're supposed to fill all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, do that then. Unless you've got a job for all the foot screws.
Well, if we fill all of them, then we don't have to worry about spares as much, do we? Okay. Why?
Trick question.
Ah, okay. Yep, I'll see you in a bit then.
See you later.
Bye. And he's gone. So now we're all by ourselves. All by myself. I only did 3 seconds of it, YouTube. Don't copyright me for that, please.
You get a charge.
It gets a strike against me, apparently. And it's like 3 something strikes and you're out, and like your account's deleted. So I don't really want that to happen. There we go. That's on there. So
okay.
we have now got the radiator mounted to this. So now we can unravel these.
So that goes at that, yeah, that's alright. Okay.
There we go. Unscrew.
And that's how it goes, is it?
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, and then we'll probably need some double-sided tape to stick the commander in. Yeah, at the moment we are just untangling the cables from their cable ties. If you're wondering what you can't see, that's all you're missing out on. It's just untangling cables from cable ties because it's a pain. Yeah, so been live for about an hour and 2 minutes. Probably due to the fact that we were less prepared than Linus would be. Because we literally did this immediately after having tea.
Or dinner.
Yeah, depending on
part of the world you come from.
Yeah.
Why is there 2 of these? Oh, it's one for the lighting.
One, yeah, so it says top 2 RGB hub there, and then this one's the fan.
Okay. RGB,
Red, green, blue. There we go.
Dainty little wires.
Yeah, so,
You're going to push them through.
Yeah, let's feed these.
Coming in through, just through this big gap, are they?
No, because then they'll be
they're on the
they'll
wrong
be
side.
changed.
Where are you pushing them? I'll look for
Through here, to the main hole.
Oh, right, one. I've got 2. Is that right?
Yeah, and then need to unravel this one.
Okay.
There we go.
That go on. You know.
That one's coming to the bottom half.
Well. Yeah, twiddle it more. Can't see it. Oh, down there.
Yeah, you're thinking yellow.
That one.
And this one's coming through now at the same place. There we go. Going in.
Okay.
Pull them through. You need to pull those cables through now.
Yeah, okay. We got this. We got that.
Keep pulling. Keep going.
Oh, they were still,
And the bottom ones.
they're all twisted. That's why. And
Yeah.
let's just get them twisted. So. I don't like kinking the thin wires like that. They break easy. But
Yeah.
Nice thing to do. All right. Is that it? I'm a torch on board.
No, not quite. There's still
Which
one
one?
that's.
Is there one stuck?
Yeah, there's one here.
Which way I have to stuck? Oh,
There we go. I'll just push it through.
which one?
I don't know which exact cable it is because it doesn't have a marking on one end.
Okay, so I've got 4 wires.
Yeah.
And one of them isn't all the way through. And I can't tell. They all look the same length. They're all through big.
Okay. Right, are we ready?
Yeah.
We've got fan interference. Right, we're going to need to move this forward a slot. The NZXT plate because it's interfering with that top fan.
Okay, that's it.
So yeah, we can't put it in until we move that. Okay. So we need to take this whole structure out
Hang on.
temporarily.
It's those 2. There's 3 screws, aren't there? There's
Yeah.
here, here,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and then one in the middle somewhere.
Here.
Right.
And then there's one at the bottom as well.
All right.
It's 4.
Okay.
Oh, and then there's also one
Yeah, I see it. I see it now. I've got the idea now. That's one there.
Welcome to Screwland, where we have all the screws. So whilst my dad is screwing around back there,
I hope you didn't mean that.
that was a joke, of course, a classic pun, because he's unscrewing stuff. I will take you with the camera and hope that the radiator doesn't fall over. So I'm going to bring the camera around you, Dad. So be aware. There we go. You can now see he's unscrewing things. There we go.
Come out. One at the bottom.
There we go. So we'll bring us back around this side. You can see we now need to push forward here, move it along like that. Okay, I need to put the iPad down. So, press this. Now we no longer have Corey checking our view. So, we need to move it
Right, I've got the key.
at an angle at the moment.
Would that be better taking out altogether?
No, because we need to move it into these holes. Into specific holes. I can't do that for a second. There we go. So it's now lined up. It should now be lined up if we push that. So if we get that bottom hole in
Or
first.
do you want me to screw it back on again?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hang on then. The bottom hole first.
Yeah, that. So if we,
So
that way I know it's not going to shuffle around in the little slots it has at the front here.
Oh, there. I can see it. I think I can see it.
That way I know it's not going to shuffle around.
Right, just wants lifting slightly. I think. We're going in.
Yeah.
Have you got it? You feel it take?
Yeah.
Going to the top next. Yeah, I see it. Going up?
Yeah.
It's not catching.
Now it should be. Okay, in.
Yep. I'll do one
Yeah.
next to it next. Do you want to leave?
We can leave those for now.
Okay.
So,
Now then, I've got the cables.
pull the cables.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pull.
Pull in.
No, right, we're all through. Oh, there we go.
We're going for there's 3 slots, is that right?
Yeah.
You're nearly in top one. Is it double thickness? There, you're on now. You're in now.
Okay.
Got the thumb screws now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are we alright?
Yeah. There we go. In.
In.
Mounted.
In and mounted. Right, I'll put the rest of my screws in now, yeah?
Yeah.
Before we forget.
Okay. Where's that commander gone? There it is. So now we've got to mount the commander. I'm gonna mount the commander now, so that we have a place for that and we know where it is. Ah, look at that! It comes
Oh,
double-sided
mounting tape.
Velcro. Double-sided Velcro.
Velcro?
Yeah, it's Velcro. Look.
Back.
Oh no, it's double-sided isolation pad actually.
Well.
That works. So I just turn this over.
So once it's on, it's got to be. You've got to be sure where you're going with it. Is that the right way round? Hang on.
Yeah.
Can it not go? Does it? Are you sure?
Because we need to be able to. These clips need to have clearance. We need to know which fan we're plugging into.
Yeah. Okay. You want to be able to see that rather than just displaying back, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just have to be sure. And the light seems to be getting slightly less, doesn't it?
That's where that comes in. So again, here's the fan hub.
Have we got?
There.
We've got an empty bag for some screws.
Yes, we do. Yes. What are those screws?
Those were holding the old fans on.
Oh, then those all go in a different. We'll put those in the AM4 thing.
I'll put them over here. And then they don't. What do you see? I'll put them there.
Okay. They're below the iPad, guys. Remember that they are below the iPad. I know there's only technically now me watching, but unless our current viewer is Borderado on Twitch, I know the one viewer on YouTube is me. But yes. So now we need to figure out. Needs to untwist there. Go. Cables untwisted.
So this go back.
Those are case screws. Those are case screws.
Okay.
Motherboard screws really. So we want the Corsair logo probably facing upwards up.
Oh, did they go on this? It goes on this side, does it?
Yeah, it goes on this side, so we need a place for it. Also, let's see. It's normal fan headers actually, so we can actually unplug these system fans and feed them onto that hub as well, because that hub can power them.
Well, can we not just, rather than take too many bits apart, that you're
We
going to forget?
need to move them anyway.
Yeah, I know, but
They're in the way.
What I'm afraid of is you having too many bits undone and forgetting to fasten.
I won't. Okay. This is why we originally had Corey there as well.
Right. So have we got? Can we just finish this off? Because we've got this off.
Yeah, but we need to know where that's running. Where these are running. Because those run into this.
Which are these? Yeah, but
that's
that is always.
But we need to know which side this is going to be on.
Yeah.
So we know where we have to run that cable.
But this is always going to be just there, isn't it?
Well, like that.
And it has got whatever. But those bits need taking off it, yeah, isn't there?
Yeah. Okay. So let's take those bits off then. So, can you open the AM4 packet?
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Two of those. Two of those.
So this is the Intel 1700 at 1700 socket mounts there, and then these go in like this. Got them in the right way around, which I do. There we go.
Okay.
And then these.
Those are like wing nuts.
Those clip onto the thing, and then these go on top of them.
Oh, right. So they hook behind something. They hook on these. Like so. Yeah. Somehow.
And then, but we need to attach them to this. Yeah, they do. They hook on that. That's how it mounts.
Okay. So before we, I need to look at that. What did we before? I can't. There'll be no copyright on that, sure.
There probably is. If it was copyrighted by Sony or WB, there is copyright on it still.
Okay. So it's just a square block, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, God. Right. Fair enough.
You can see how thin the temp wire is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, right. So these
Don't touch the bottom.
can, oh, touch the bottom.
Luckily, there's not a big smudge to the thermal paste.
No. So they have to go in that direction. They can't. They will turn. They will turn. All right. Okay. We don't want to make a habit of it.
And then you can see on this side we've got the fill port over here.
Okay. So this logo
Got
needs
one
to be that
vertical. Yeah.
and it can't be altered.
Mm.
No.
Well,
if you did, you'll leak something or other.
No, the logo can be moved because it can be replaced with the completely clear one.
Oh, one without a logo.
No, it still has the logo. The logo's black, and then the rest is white.
Fair. Right. Okay. But you want it black. You want it white on black. Rather than
For right now, because that's so the white areas are where the RGB shines through, and for now I just want this little bit.
Okay.
There's a test because I
Right,
can't.
okay.
Because I can change this after
Okay.
once it's all
Right.
lit up and
So, big fingers. Now we want to make sure that this and
Runs.
this are
going
to.
going to the top of the case.
Are they going underneath? So they're going like this.
No, go through the top of the case.
But where are the cables in connection? All right, relevant to it. Just do one at a time. Let's just.
Don't move your hand directly underneath it because I can't control where your hand.
Take that kink out.
Well,
It'll
you
feed through then, won't it?
Okay.
Anyway. Right, so we've got enough thing to, and it's just going through this big letterbox.
Yeah.
So it looks like a big letterbox. Right, okay, got it?
You got it, yeah?
Yeah. Then we want the thin way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going in the same
Be
direction.
very, very careful because that's the temperature sensor wire.
And we need that, don't we?
Yes.
Right, that's that. This is not. That's a bit closer. It's not long enough. We're going a little slow.
Up. So, there you go. Up a bit. Got it. It touched my finger then. There you go. Push a bit further.
You've not got enough. Yeah, you need to be a bit closer.
Well, I can't be a bit closer right now because we need to.
The wire's not long enough, you see. It's so easy, you have to be a bit closer.
So, we need to mount this on, Dad.
Are we going to do the bottom one first?
Well, no, let's do the awkward one first.
Do you think that's going to be the awkward one?
Because we're dealing with a fan in the way. And cables in the way at the top.
Try it on.
No, you
try
can't.
it on.
Yeah, that's
Let's see if it runs on easy.
Yeah, it does.
Go on.
No,
Spin
it's on.
it, right, it's not going to stick halfway down. Right, okay. Okay, so,
That needs to feed through this hole.
okay, so if
No, you need to feed it through this hole first and get it mounted to this. Partially, just loosely.
Very good. I'm having to hold on to this. So
There we go.
you're hanging on the. I'm trying to keep all that.
Just let go of some couple
Will
for
it
now.
come out? It'll come out.
I don't mind for right now.
Right.
Have you got the other clip? Can you hold this? There. There we go.
Right. Okay.
Go on.
Right. So if I hold it in place, yeah, and you do the bracket, or do you want it? Whatever.
Right, so we need to. Arrange.
You're nearly on it. You're nearly there. Nearly. Okay.
We're there on the
Right.
top.
There on the top. So then screw it up a little bit. No.
Alright, well,
Right.
we need to mount the whole thing. We need to. Alright, this is where we need to lie the cake. Let's lie the cake down. No, we don't have room. We don't have room.
Something there, then.
No, we don't have time to make room.
Really?
I am now putting artificial time pressure on so it gets done.
Right. Do you want me to push in the middle to hold it in place?
Yes.
Is it on the, and has it located
Yes.
where it needs to go, that thermal paste?
Yes.
Right, I'm holding
This is why I don't like this mounting mechanism.
I'm holding this in place. Right, don't go too far. Don't go too far. Got the other one on. It might be kicking. It might be tilting.
Right.
Oops.
This way. Twist it this way.
Okay. Well, you move it. I'm just holding it. I'm just holding it in place.
Of course, you need to do a better mounting system than this. For aim 4, don't use these clips. They're a pain.
What about screwdriver? Yeah.
There we go. No, I'm just hand tightening it for now.
Yeah.
So that it'll stay on.
Yeah. Right. Is it lined up? Is it square?
Yeah.
It can only be square, can it?
Yeah.
It doesn't look to me like it's one of those things, but I haven't got time to study it very long.
No, because of its mounting system.
Is it wobbling? It seems to be fairly tight. But,
Does it look equal?
so much. Here you go. Okay, you see, does it look equal? Is it like it's lower down? It's lower. It's slid down. There's less of a gap here than there is at the top. Have a look.
Yeah.
No, well, it's quite a way. Have a look first before you go too far.
It's fine.
So that thermal paste is
On there. It's
the heat sink is where it needs to be.
yes.
Okay, are you sure?
Yes. Because the heatsink is that whole copper plate on the bottom. That is the heatsink.
Okay.
Right.
You see what I mean, though, don't you?
Yeah. Hello, second viewer now. We now have 2 viewers on Twitch. Hello. Welcome. We also have 2 viewers now on YouTube as well. Welcome. Say hi in the chat, so I know who you are. And I can say hi properly.
Okay, are you happy there?
Yeah. So now, let's turn this case around, shall we? Actually, no. I'll bring the camera in. Let's bring the camera in. Here we go. So you can see that.
Do you want me to light this up?
Yeah, torch would be nice. There we go. So you can see how those are mounted on there. Don't worry, that has a peel on it still, so it's not actually smudged. So yeah, then we can bring that in a bit closer on those sides. But yeah, there we go. And there's the radiator there. So now, we just have to turn this case around. Let's put the lid back on this because we won't be needing this anymore. Then move this and that out of the way. Right, let's turn the case around. Right. So, you can put the spudger away, Dad.
The which?
The plastic long thing.
Alright, this.
Yeah, the spudger. Right. The reason I wanted to unplug those fans, which this one still is plugged in actually. Where is it there? is because this fan cable right here gets in the way of where we need to mount the commander. So the commander wants to mount out here. That's the only real place we can mount it. Because we've got both SSD bays filled. So unless we mount it at the bottom of the case, it doesn't really work. Or we mounted it directly to both SSDs, and then we'd have to remove both of them simultaneously to get them out.
Well, it looks like it's the only place really, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's awkward running the USB because we need to use one of the bottom USB headers as well.
Are you going to stick it after you've put all your cables in? Cause you might find some of these a bit awkward to get in, or like that.
Well, because we need to run it. We need to run this USB cable down to the bottom of the board down here. You see the headers marked USB there, JUSB 3? That's where it's going.
Right.
And this is just the power.
That can come in from underneath that. That's going to come down under that, under there.
Yeah.
Is it long enough?
Should be.
I've got that.
So if you just hold that in this place there. And need to route
Go under here.
down under through here.
Will it be long enough if you turn it the other way around? If you like, can it go 380?
No, because we need this to be actually.
I see.
Also, I kind of wanted the logo to be the right way up. But if we do put it this way, then the temp Y is definitely long enough. Because remember, we're working with this, which needs to go this way around. I think into that port there. No, it doesn't go in that port there. Where does this go? Or does this go into a header on the motherboard? That might go into a. Oh, that's the CPU fan header actually. That goes to the CPU fan header on the board. Or pump header. What does it say in the instructions about that little guy?
You'll probably find it easy.
It'll be later on in the instructions about the commander I'm looking for.
Commander. Connecting the fan commander.
You know, you need it in English.
I think I would prefer it in English. Is English here?
Yeah.
Is that it? Is this all there is?
Yes.
Instructions in unit. All right, there you go.
Yeah, you read it. I love it.
Connect point 24 pin.
Cable to your commander core. Connect pump. TAC cable. Yeah. So the tachometer cable needs to go to what header? CPU fan header. So yeah. So if you can locate the CPU fan 1. CPU fan 1 is that one there.
No, let's just make sure it's not.
So you see that? So those little grooves need to line up with that plastic bit that juts out. So it goes in this way around.
No, just I need that light.
It goes in this way around. Yeah, sorry for the bad experience, viewers. It's called trying to do this whilst using an iPad to stream instead of a phone, which makes it harder to see. There we go. On. Okay, that's now plugged in. We just need to cable manage it.
Yeah, well, you can cable manage it when you're doing that kind of.
I'm going to push it through up here.
Don't spend too much time on that.
Oh no, I'm just going to pull the slack through.
Yeah, so it's out of the way now.
And then bundle it up into this.
See, that's what your plastic Allen keys for, isn't it, doing this cover?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so that's next.
Right. Next, we need to actually connect this. Apparently my keys aren't near me, but they technically are. They're upstairs, up there, somewhere. But now we don't need to worry about which way around this goes, other than So now we can have the logo wherever we want, which is this way around anyway.
So do you want me to hold that there?
No, I want to stick it.
You want to stick it? Are you going to be able to fold the cables round?
Yeah.
And plug them in?
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. So this is something goes into this 24.
That's the pump.
Oh, this thing, wherever it went, this one.
Yeah.
With the white mark on.
Yeah.
There you go. You've virtually got it here.
No, but it's got the sticky stuff pad going with it.
Oh, okay.
You try. You have nails.
Right.
Go, guys.
There you go. It's naked.
So now, handheld mode.
Held it. Are you sure you're going to get it square?
It doesn't have to be perfectly square.
Oh.
There we go.
No,
There we go. No one's going to
you
notice.
have to hold it now. I'll just push it in for now for a few seconds, and then it will be there forever until the air bubbles have been squished out.
Right. Here's where I'm viewing chat mostly, by the way, guys. On the phone down here. Right. Here's where I'm viewing chat. So that's also where I'm viewing how many viewers we have because the iPad doesn't report it. I think that should be good now. Let go. Yeah, that's on there. Okay. And this needs to run. So can you plug that into the nearest USB header? It says USB physically on it. So
That seems to be long enough, Pete. Is it a lot of it?
you're right.
It?
Yeah.
USB.
It says
USB, JUSB. Is this something?
yeah, JUSB 3. That's what it should say.
Okay. And there's one peg missing, so that goes at the bottom corner.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put you guys down. Right.
That's one missing.
Yeah.
That's one missing. There.
There we go.
Pushing it in.
Yeah, it's in. It's in. Okay. So now that's connected to. So now that will actually connect to Windows. And then let's plug fan 1. In there. There we go. That's connected. Let me run. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move fan 1 into fan 2 actually. Because we have one that needs.
Unless you've got numbers on them, you don't matter what, it's immaterial, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's just the fact that this one's going further, so it has less reach.
I see.
There we go. Well, it's just the fact. Right. Does camera holder want to hold the camera?
Oh, I'm coming.
Now let's run this down to the power, which is
Over there.
So we need to get that lined up like that. There we go. That's now plugged into power.
No.
Though it probably wants to go in one that's, in a better spot. That's difficult to get out, guys. Wow, that's tough. That is not coming apart easily. There we go. Let's put it into one that we can actually more. That's a Molex. We got haven't got one that's actually going to be easy to tuck back here, so that is literally our only option. Unless, yeah, no, that is literally our only option.
Can you fold it so that it's on top?
Or we just put another one of these in, which means I have to run upstairs again. I'm going to run upstairs and grab the power supply cable bag. I'll be back. Here we go. Grabbed the secondary SATA accessory power. Just screwing it, here we go. Unwinding it. Now I need to find the port for it.
You want the torch again?
CPU PCI Express. No, it's just that I need to see through here. For a full SATA, there we go. All the way back. Here. So, how am I going to do this? Right, I need to move all this cableage out of the way a little bit, and then there we go, plugged in. So now, push that back in there, right, and that, and that. And then, you can plug this into this port here. Yeah, there we go. And then feed that back there. Right. So now we just need to run this around there. So this is the RGB hub section. So put that in RGB 1.
I've altered the picture.
Yeah, there we go. Clicked up there. There we go. Up to the hub 2. And clicked in there. Right. There we go. RGB connected. And now for fan. So fan 3. Actually, which one is this? This is the bottom one. Yeah, so put that in fan 4 actually. And then put this in fan 3. There we go. Right.
Why you're hanging out here?
Yeah, and then the main one, the 24 pin, should just slot in there somehow. Somehow. I don't really want to force it in.
It's not going in properly.
It seems to be in now.
It seems to be in it's smooth, isn't it? It's in level.
Yeah, okay.
Can only be in, can't it?
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll just have to redo it. So, before we put any side panels on, let's, I'll go grab the other keyboard. Oh no, it's still doing this right. So actually, is there still a USB plugged in the back of here? No. Hang on. I need to go upstairs and grab the USB for that keyboard. Yeah, I've left it plugged into the USB port. Here we go. So just plug that into one of these ports here. There we go. So now we can we got our little power cable here. That.
Yeah. Oh.
We're doing a power on test. So we flipped the PC around actually, so that we can see, so that everyone can see if the fans turn on. There we go. There we go. That's that. And this plugs in down here. Contact. Right, we ready? Ready for the big reveal? There we go. Picking up this. Powering on now. Look at that. We have lights. We have fans. That is so much brighter than the RGB on the other. There we go. We have power.
Mm.
And Windows is up. We now. No, wait, no, hang on. No, it's doing CPU test because the CPU is unplugged. So we should hopefully move on from CPU test. There we go. Yeah, GPU. And now we should move to boot. There we go. Boot. Look at that. That looks so much better.
Oh, I'm impressed. Oh, I'm impressed.
That is nice.
Yeah.
And then there should be like a little faint glow coming through the side. Yeah, slight faint glow through it. But yeah, there we go.
And which way?
Should be coming this way. Yeah, it's coming towards us.
Okay.
That works. And we should be in Windows. So, time to do the Windows test, where I no longer have control over chat or anything. Right, so we will no longer hear an echo. So we go in here, go Microsoft, Remote Desktop Client, PandaDesk V2. Configure remote PC.
That's my finger.
Yeah.
I can hold it if you want.
There we go. And then turn it this way. And we should, when the picture refigures. There we go. We're in Windows. That is on the PC right now. Right? But yeah. Now, it's a case of essentially taking this upstairs, powering it off, putting the side panels on, and taking it upstairs. And packing away and stuff. So, yeah. And then we'll get some proper shots and stuff later. But for now, guys, I've been TempHennaBM. Corey was Ace Hercules 1196. That was Dad. And yeah, this is TempHennaBM signing out. If I can press end, there we go.